Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas show. In this episode, we will get into all the craziness that happened during the NFL trade deadline today, especially for our compa Heelberto, who is not a fan of day. You know how they say, I prayed for times like these. Gilbert did not. He did not pray for times like these. Plus, we will have our Week 9 NFL takeaways. And, of course, we can't forget our usual segments of the Compas Power Rankings and our picks of the best four matchups in Week 9. I cannot believe that Jacoby Brissett beat Dak Prescott and the Cowboys on Monday night, Gilbert. I was very surprised about that.
I'm not surprised. If I would have known that Kyler Murray wasn't going to play, I would have chose the Cardinals. That was all. That was my whole basis there. So, yeah, Brissett's better than Kyler. It's time. Get rid of that guy.
Why you always lying?
What are you talking about? When I said it was like Kyler Murray's going to play, crap, Everton's going to be screwed here, and then Jonathan Gannon just keeps committing, and I don't want to start with this. There's so much to talk about, but Jonathan Gannon acting like Kyler Murray is not ready to play. Just shut up and say that he's just getting benched. Like, what are we doing here? The guy makes too much money. He got benched. He sucks. Let's move on.
I agree. But did you see Eric and some other people were really surprised today when they announced Jacoby Brissett? I mean, we have to remember Jonathan Gannon isn't married to Kyler Murray. He didn't draft him. That's why I don't know why people are so surprised. Like Jonathan Gannon, yeah, the organization might tell you, hey, you need to play Kyler Murray. He's making this much money. Jonathan Gannon's like, I'm going to do what's best for my team, and I'm going to try and start the quarterback that gives us the best opportunity.
I don't want to give Gannon a lot of credit because he keeps every time he gets pressed about it, he keeps saying, no, Kyler, Curly. That could be two things. He's delusional, or the front office and the owner is saying, no, you got to play Kyler Murray. So I thought it was ridiculous when he got pressed yesterday and he said, no. And then today he did a whole 360 turn, like, no, we're going Brissett. But then he tried to soften the blow by saying he's not ready. I keep telling people to shut the hell up. Gannon, you went all the way until Sunday saying Kyler Murray has a chance. Now he doesn't have a chance. Come on, just bench the guy.
What did you make of Marvin Harrison Sr.? It's very hard for me to watch the Cardinals offense, and you can quote me on that. I thought that was pretty interesting. It sounded like the Cardinals kind of hurt him because yesterday it seemed like Jacoby Brissett was going at his boy a lot. 7 catches, 96 yards, 1 tutty. Maybe the best thing for Marvin Harrison Jr. is Jacoby Brissett. It kind of feels like Kyler for some reason just can't go to him or can't hit him. I don't know what it is, Gilbert, but I actually agree. And I'm sure the Cardinals organization did not appreciate the comments made by one Marvin Harrison Sr.
I'm glad that the dad spoke up. Things needed to change. If he is not Deion Sanders, but you know how bad it must have gotten for Marvin Harrison Sr. to speak up. So that tells you a lot. And honestly, the Cardinals didn't do anything differently. It's just they played a bad Cowboys defense, and Brissett is not afraid to just chuck it and throw deep. And he kept force feeding Marvin Harrison Jr., who's a great route runner. But for whatever reason, we just want to say this guy, he's weak. He needs to gain muscle. Maybe Kyler Murray was a problem. Maybe the scheme was a problem. So I'm with the dad here. But can we get to some actual trades? The Cardinals are nowhere near my radar right now.
Hold on. Well, there's a reason. There's a method to my madness.
Okay, because I do not want to talk about the Cardinals right now.
Jacoby Brissett, 21 to 31, 261, 2 tutties. Why am I bringing that up again? Because Gilbert, there were some quarterback hits. The Cowboys were doing quarterback. The Cowboys sacked him 5 times, and they hit him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 times. But when the time came, they couldn't get to Jacoby Brissett. He made too many plays. The Cowboys allowed a bunch of yards on defense. Where am I going with this? Gilbert, the Cowboys make 2 big moves. One of them, when I woke up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning, I'm like, you were smiling, kissing babies, hugging everybody, saying, we got to trade. And you're freaking, I don't know, your old ass came up with Logan Wilson. That was the best you can do. And then right around 11 a.m. local time, the breaking news happens. The Cowboys have traded for Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle from the New York Jets. Gilbert, your thoughts on both trades?
Yeah, it's funny because let's remember, Jerry Jones did not lie, but he did say these deals are pretty much done. He just waiting until tomorrow to announce them. So I bet in his mind he is so we're gonna beat the Cardinals. We're gonna be 4-1. It's gonna be fine. He probably woke up like, oh crap, we actually are a lot worse. Why am I making these trades? I can't rank out anymore. All right, F it. And then he had some of his smart people in the business say, you know what, let's do some savvy trades here to work around it to make it seem better. So to go off of that, I didn't hate the trade for Quinnen Williams, but I'll leave it. I'll start with this. I think the Cowboys would have been better off keeping the picks, staying younger, having more cap space flexibility, or the other option, just pay Michael Parsons. He's better than Quinnen Williams. He's better than Matt Crosby. He's better than Jeffrey Simmons. He's better than anybody else out there, and he's younger than these players. But the way they work the trade, I like it for a couple of things. One, this team could draft linemen and edge rushers. They don't know how to draft defensive tackles, so you kind of check that one off the box already. Like, hey, all right, let's not worry about drafting a D tackle because Mozzie Smith wasn't good. We've been striking out and improving the run defense has been terrible. So you plug in Quinnen Williams, but there's also a downside. He hasn't been as good in the last couple of years. Is that a Robert Saleh thing? Is that a scheme thing? Is that a bad on the Jets' part? Can he be revived and do well? He's also about to turn 28 next year. I looked at his contract. He doesn't have a lot of guaranteed money coming up in the next couple of years. He is cheaper than Parsons, but I bet you he plays well. There's the rest of the year. What you know what he's going to do? Can I get more money? Can I get more guarantees? So maybe that flexibility could go away too. So the thing about this is a lot of moving and shuffling, and I think Jerry confused me for the point where I'm going to say some good things here. They did not lose complete flexibility from the Parsons trade. You still have 2 first-round picks this year. They did lose a second-round pick in the Quinnen Williams trade. You gain like a Logan Wilson, I guess. So it's a lot of shuffling and moving around. And I like it to the standpoint because you fit the need of the defensive tackle. You still get the 2 first-round picks this year. From what Rap Sheet said, the draft pick that they lose next year is going to be the higher one between the Packers and the Cowboys. I haven't seen anybody else confirm it, but Rap Sheet said that. So a lot of moving parts here, and maybe check out what I wrote at SI.com because I wanted to figure it out. Here's my final thought because I am all over the place. Jerry Jones found a unique way to help him in the future and in the current situation. They're not going to make the playoffs, Fernando. I think you agree with me here. Yeah. They're going to be the hole is just too big for them to come out of it. But 2026, there could be something there with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. You have 2 first-round picks to get a cornerback, to get an edge rusher, and you got Quinnen Williams there in the middle. They could maybe go into NFC East champion status and make some noise. Jerry wants, that's all he wants, right? He's not a young pup anymore. He can't wait around for a total rebuild. Again, that's my best path for this team, to go younger, more cap space. But hey, you didn't lose all that. So to me, I know I've been ranting here. I think they are contenders in 2026, and I say contenders as in playoff contender. I don't know about Super Bowl contender, but if they hit on the draft picks, if they bring in more free agents, they have an option. So I think it's kind of a 2-year thing here with Quinnen Williams, or 1 year and a half, I guess.
That was a lot of ifs. And not on you. That's not on you.
I know.
I like Kenny Clark. I think Kenny Clark was a good piece. I like Quinnen Williams. Is this the coaching staff that's going to get the what's it called, the firework, or like the rocket in his ass, and like he's going to shoot up? Because he's been up and down. Like he's had some really, like Robert Saleh got the best out of him and Sauce Gardner, who we're going to mention. My question is though, is your secondary is really bad too. Like your secondary is bad. Like they're letting guys throw on you. Like there was multiple plays yesterday where I'm kind of like, if Jacoby Brissett doesn't like throw it and it hits off the ground or what, like like there was somewhere he was like a kid on a river and just throwing, like he was skipping rocks. Some of those throws he skipped.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But if Jacoby hits them, they're other big gainers. Like I think their secondary is really bad, and I don't know if he's of the mindset of if our pass rush is really good, then
Maybe.
our corners will feast. But you have to have a solid corner here and there. So I don't know. I know that I think the Trayvon Diggs experiment is starting to fail. Jerry will never do this, but I do believe that this offseason, if they don't make the playoffs, he should start offering Dak up in trades. I think they're kind of at that point, and I feel like they could
I feel like by getting Quinnen Williams, they're not going to do that. But yeah, you're right.
No,
You
they're
said
not.
that, but it's just like it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Yeah,
I know, and I can already tell you what they're going to do. They're going to pay George Pickens, or they're going to franchise tag him. They're gonna move forward next year, and they're just not gonna. The one guy I think they'll move is Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs. I think they're gonna move him to pay George Pickens.
Though? He hasn't been that good.
That's the thing. And the Patriots, because Big Brother's there.
Yeah.
4 baby mamas and on the way, 4 kids on the way. But I'm just wondering what Robert D is the one that asked me. I do know who Nick Wright is. No, do I know him personally? No, I've never met him. But I know who you guys are talking about. We're guys, and by the way, guys, we are gonna get into the Trevor Penning trade. We will get to that in a second.
Man, people are excited for Trevor Penning. That times are hard.
I don't think it's excited. I just think they're nervous about what is coming. But
yeah,
well, we'll get into.
I do want to ask you questions about it, but when we get there,
I'm just wondering what does yes, Joseph. Sorry, Nick, wrong. I apologize. I'm just wondering what Jerry sees for the future of this team. Like, I just don't get it. Like, George Pickens is good, but yesterday there was a play. I can't remember when it was. I think it was in the third quarter. They get a first down. And what George Pickens catches the ball. What's the first thing he does? He goes over and he tries to hand the ball off to the cornerback, and he gets flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Like
in the fourth quarter,
in the fourth quarter. What are you doing? Why? Like, why do you keep on doing dumb stuff? And I'll tell you one thing, Gilbert. They play the Chiefs in a couple weeks. There's going to be some dumb stuff that happens in that one too, because we all know the Chiefs like to chirp. And for people, I think it was Nick Wright actually said the Chiefs barely chirp. They're chirping a lot, especially like Travis Kelce and some of their defensive players. So they're going to be chirping. I'm just interested to see what they're going to do. I'm definitely interested to see what Jerry's vision is for this team, but I just don't like. They don't have a great running back. They don't have a good secondary. Like, there's a lot of holes on this team, and then Ferguson kept on dropping passes.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
But the question is like, why would you give up a first round pick when you have so much holes and a second round pick? So,
and I thought it was smart.
I can see that too.
They traded Micah and they had first round picks, and I thought, okay, they're gonna package this up and do something with it, or instead they're gonna try and draft the guys and develop them. But the thing is, Jerry's gotten very impatient. Yep. And I'm sure he sees the writing on the wall. Hey, who knows how much longer I have left? I need to make the most out of this and get the Super Bowl. But he forgets that's not the way he originally won the 3 Super Bowls. The way he ran it, or the way he won it, and this is where they messed up. They had the quarterback, the running back, and the wide receiver. They had the 2.0 version. They had Dak. They had that running back from Zeke Elliott, and then they had Dez Bryant. But you decided to keep Coach Clapp, and you decided to keep him there all these years, and that's where you messed up. You needed a guy. Okay, he's a great offensive mind. Great. You needed to get rid of him and bring in a fiery coach who was going to get the most out of these guys, and unfortunately, they just didn't do it. So I definitely believe that I don't know what Jerry's doing with this. And then Dan was asking me last night, how long do you think Brian has? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I think if they don't make the playoffs this year, they're going to fire him and try and go get somebody else.
Yeah, 1 year, Dan. 1 year, one and done.
Well, what do you I think Jerry is impatient now. I think we've gotten to the point where Jerry's very impatient. Yeah. Like, Micah, you're not going to take the handshake deal that we talked about in March. All right, you're going to Green Bay, and damn, Green Bay, like, Gilbert, Jerry probably despises two franchises the most, and that's probably the Green Bay Packers. Well, three. The Green Bay Packers, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, those are the three franchises that his team has always fought against and played late in seasons.
Just last thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's very impatient. I think he's gearing up for a big 2026 season. And maybe that does.
Truck.
Yeah, they have a little more flexibility. They would have had more if they didn't freaking get Quinnen Williams, but they have some. And then to your point, maybe they do they do fire Brian Schottenheimer because there was no time to waste. But I will say this: no matter how you look at this trade, and you want to say it's a benefit, and I've said there's some benefits. Plain and simple, Jerry threw away 2025. He wasted a prime year for CeeDee Lamb. He wasted a year for Dak Prescott. He wasted a year for everybody. So he could have his petty war with Michael Parsons, and then he got his parade still with Quinnen Williams. So it worked out for him, but he wasted 2025.
Joseph, Ezekiel Elliott retired from the league. I remember last year, Gilbert, when he got signed by the Chargers. Chris and I tried to speak to him. Chris Rim, friend of the show, tried to speak to him multiple times, and he just would not talk to. He'd be like, "I got to go get a massage." We'd wait. He'd come back, and he'd go, "Shit." He's like, "Guys, I don't want to make this about me. I want to make it about the team." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Dang!" Like because I would have been interested to see what his thoughts were, but yeah. But yeah, that's it on that. Gilbert, jumping over to the Chargers. They have acquired Trevor Penning from the Saints for a 2027 6th-round draft pick. As we all know, back in the 2022 draft, the Chargers were trying to decide between Trevor Penning and Zion Johnson for who they would add to their what's up, King Rye? Who they would add to their
remember them very well.
To their team. Yeah, exactly. Penning's problem was he was kind of he had a short fuse. He would get frustrated. He liked pushing after the whistle, extracurricular activities. So and obviously Johnson was, I'm trying not to say Johnston. Johnson was very clean as a whistle, good kid, come from a good family. So the Chargers went with him. I think Zion so far has had the better career, and that's not saying a lot. But Penning, that was a last-ditch effort. I did read, I think it was Jonathan Jones from CBS. He said that the Chargers were trying to get offensive line help before, and that teams were willing to kind of talk to them. But ever since Joe Alt got hurt, and they knew that the Chargers were desperate to get offensive line help, the price went up. So this kind of felt like a last minute, because I think this happened at like 12:55. So
yeah, I was pissed off. I had an extra story. I'm like, what the hell? and sorry, Jazzy Taylor, we all ignored that trade. That's it. It was too late. We did not give a crap.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that trade.
Yeah, nobody cared. At that point, we were over. It was like 110.
It's when the Chargers actually tweeted it out that they said, "Oh yeah, we traded Jazier." I'm like, what? Like,
I didn't care.
They love that guy. Well, the organization, not the coaching staff.
It's too late
I'm not saying that the great coaching staff hated him. Just saying. But Gilbert, your thoughts on this? Who knows where they're going to play him at yet? It's going to be interesting to see because Jamari Salyer back at left tackle. I don't know if they're going to want to keep him there. He played decently, but it was again against the Titans. Then you go over and at right tackle or right guard, Mekhi Becton just can't stay on the field. He leaves the games. It's kind of been a cluster F with him. Then you go over to right tackle and you have Trey Pipkins, who's kind of unreliable as well. So I don't know where they're going to play him. My ultimate guess, because he's played left tackle, right tackle, and left guard. My guess is they're going to maybe put him at left tackle. Jim is going to talk on Wednesday, so I'm interested to see what he says. Gilbert, is this kind of a snoozer for you, or what is your thoughts on this? Because, I mean, there's not much that they could do, especially after losing Joe Alt.
Well, it's interesting for a few reasons. Like, you had to make a move because you couldn't just go with what you had. But also, how much does this move really help you? Not much. And like you mentioned, teams knew that they were desperate. The Chargers were not going to cave to demands for a Cam Robinson, who we saw how that worked out for the Vikings when it really mattered in the playoffs last year. You're you're gonna have a patchwork offensive line regardless. So might as well keep your draft picks here. And I've mentioned Penning a few times because he's versatile. He's not good per se, but he has experience playing inside, outside. And when you have an O line like the Chargers, like you just mentioned, Fernando, you're a person who covers this team regularly, and you have no clue where the hell they're going to play on because that offensive line is that depleted and banged up and that terrible. So what do you do? And I'm trying to go down the list here because can you play on left tackle? The Saints hated him at left tackle. They drafted 2 tackles after him in the first round because he was so bad. They got Fuaga from Oregon State, and they got Kelvin Banks Jr. this past draft season from Texas. And and the other tricky part too is Banks is actually the best from those 3 first-round picks they had. And so when Penny went to left guard, was he benefiting from playing next to Kevin Banks, or was Penny actually playing better because guard is his best position? That's something that the coaches are going to have to figure out. Do you play him at right guard because Mekhi back then you cannot trust that guy anymore to stay healthy? Do you move Zion Johnson? Like you mentioned, Zion's having a better career, and that's not saying much. And Trevor Penning, can he play center? Can he replace Bozeman? Maybe not. That's probably the only downside here. But guard and tackle, there's flexibility. I don't know how they're going to do it. Fernando, you mentioned Salyer. I thought maybe Pipkins will get in there. Maybe not. It's such a fascinating
My fear is that they're going to try Mekhi at left tackle.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. He was drafted to be a tackle for the Jets. See, I find this car crash fascinating. Yeah, that's spot on by you.
I'm telling you, and if Herbert's able to will this team into the playoffs, like with this offensive line, holy crap. But
just to kind of add more to like, and I'm going to take a turn to negative town. Like, if he does will this team into the postseason, it's going to be some elite performance in Justin Herbert because also the rushing attack is going to suffer from not having a good O line here. Joe Hall made that running lanes better for everybody. Maybe Hampton coming back, he could fend for himself. He's a young player. Hopefully that ankle injury doesn't hinder him too much. But the thing about a patchwork O-line, you never know when it's going to fall apart. And like I mentioned, the Vikings last year, Justin Herbert knows about it. In the playoffs against Houston, it fell apart. Yeah. And when this team designed their strength on the tackles, when you have elite tackles on both sides, it helps out Herbert, helps out the running game. And now you might have only 1 out of the 3, and then you're asking a lot from Justin Herbert to stay upright. And then on top of it, what happened to the defense? There's just so much going on here. And I know I took the negative turn here, but like
no, but you're right.
To do something, but it's just like I don't know, I shouldn't say it. It's like an earthquake here in California. You never know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. And it's like
you'd be at the center of it.
It's gonna happen in week 14, or it's going to happen in the playoffs. You just don't know. And it's up to this coaching staff to really, really get a good game plan here.
And I mean, Justin Herbert is 13 yards away from being the leading. Holy shit, my math. 9 yards away from being the leading rusher on this team. Like, that's really bad. And then Gilbert, listen to how crazy this is. There's only one team in the NFL that has 4 receivers over 450 yards. That's the Chargers. Ladd McConkey, 524. Keenan, 520. Quentin Johnston, 460. And Oronde Gadsden, 453. Again, if Trevor Penning comes in and all of a sudden they give him a shot of adrenaline and he's this like world beater, then great. But more likely than not, you're going to continue rotating the rest of this year. The Chargers need to win. They need to split these next 2 games. They need to go into the bye week at least 7-4. If they're 8-3, then shit, you're 2 games away from basically clinching. You're 2 wins away from clinching a playoff spot. So, but yeah, they have a lot they're going to need to do, and they're going to need Omari and Hampton to come back at his best. They're going to need Deshaun Hand to come back at his best. They're going to need some of these guys to really play at their best, and they need the defense to step up. So I don't know what they can do. They didn't make any trades for well, they brought Odafe Owe, who obviously has 4 sacks in 4 games. I think that's pretty huge for them, but they're going to need other guys to step up, and we'll see if they do. Yeah. All right. Real quick, you obviously already gave yours. I'm going to give mine real quick. I think the Seahawks improved for the most out of all the teams I made a trade today. The Seahawks got better than anybody else. They already feature one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. They added Rashid Shaheed. I think he's going to add a dynamic number 2. He's going to be another weapon that they need. They're too dependent on Jackson Smith and Jigba. They add a guy who's going to be a lot better, and he's going to help expand the field. Now, his only problem is he's gotten hurt, and he has an injury history, but I definitely think that he's going to add something, and he's going to help the Seahawks for the positive. I think out of the teams that traded yesterday and today, I think they got better. I am very surprised that the Chiefs. Well, I'm surprised that the Chiefs stood still. I'm very surprised about that. I thought they were going to make a move or two. They stood still. I don't know if teams are finally following the Dan and Dago protocol and not trading with them, but I was very surprised that they did not make a move. But all right, let us bring in Vic the producer and see what he's got cooking up. I wrote that in the thing. Vic always has something interesting for us, so I'm interested to see what he has for us. Vic, how are you doing?
How you guys doing? Doing good? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Doing good. Happy to be here. I know I sent a GIF earlier in the day of Gilbert typing away today. What did you end up?
How many stories did you write?
Five stories, Gilbert.
Yeah, one of them being Jacoby Myers. I don't know if you like to trade, Victor, but I thought they got a nice trade package for him, especially for a guy at the back end of his career.
Yep.
Not as explosive. 2 draft picks is pretty good for him.
Did you think it was good for the Jaguars, though?
Yeah, because they lost Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That means
they expect him to be out for a while.
I think so.
Yeah.
It sounded bad. And also, Liam Cohen hasn't really gotten his identity offensively, and I think the versatility that Myers brought to the table, and I take away from what Adam Hill said on the offseason, like he's a valuable run blocker. I think it only helped Trevor Lawrence if ETN is getting going on the ground game. So I like it. I think it was a pretty steep price for a guy who is not as explosive as a playmaker, but they're trying to get to the wild card. They already lost a couple of picks for Travis Hunter. Might as well get into the playoffs.
At Texans this weekend, so that'll be an interesting game.
All
right, it is on one of our pickups teams, and I was just gonna say in terms of Jacoby Myers, I really did like the trade. I mean,
for the Raiders,
Brock Bowers now healthy, you can run that 12 personnel. That was I saw a stat I think today. Outside of that 63-point game against the Chargers, this was in terms of EPA. The game against the Jaguars was their best game, but you know the Chargers had given up on the season by then. But
it was a one-man team on Sunday.
It was a one-man team.
The Jaguars are bad.
We'll see. We'll see what Bowers does. And he's their number 1 receiver.
I love watching him. I'm glad he's healthy though.
Yeah,
Brock?
Me too.
Yeah,
especially since I have him on my fantasy team. All right, guys, I have a 6-pack of questions post NFL trade deadline. We're gonna start off with the team that went all in and surprised everybody today. And I'm interested to hear from you guys about what you guys have to say about this. So, one, did the Colts overpay for Sauce Gardner? And then does this mean that Daniel Jones is getting another extension, this time from the Colts?
Yeah, you don't make this move if you feel like you don't have your franchise quarterback. You know, Daniel Jones reverted to his old ways against the Steelers from all teams. You know, and you know, I think if the Colts, and it's not just a Daniel Jones question, I think if the Colts are fine with saying, okay, if Jonathan Taylor is not on and he's going to revert to his old ways of New York, so be it. That's on us. But because Jonathan Taylor is going to be on his game eight times out of 10, we'll take those numbers. And when he's on his game, we know what Daniel Jones could do. We saw it with Saquon when he was healthy. You know, Saquon was hurt a lot in New York, so maybe that's why he didn't have a lot of good numbers. But in terms of Sauce Gardner front, I did think they overpaid. I also don't know if Sauce Gardner is that good anymore to be getting 2 first-round picks. Like when Jalen Ramsey got his 2 first-round picks from the Jaguars to the Rams, he was like the best cornerback. There, no questions asked. And now there was a time where maybe Sauce and PS2 were neck and neck, but now it's just PS2. Derek Stingley Jr. I think has passed Sauce Gardner. So I don't know if a change of scenery is going to make him be elite. He's only 25 years old. But to me, I think you do 2 first-round picks for edge rushers, quarterbacks, and maybe top 5 wide receivers. I get Ramsey paid off for the Rams there, but the Rams had a pretty complete team. There's no Aaron Donald in Indianapolis. I get Buckner is pretty good, but he's not Aaron Donald. So to me, they overpaid. They got too excited for something that's happened here, and that hasn't happened in a long time. That the new owner just say, you know what, my dad would have gone for it, so let's go and go for it here. I don't know, but this team hasn't done crap since Andrew Luck retired. Maybe they felt the excitement was so good. Let's go get Sauce Gardner. So to me, with Gardner, are they going to win the Super Bowl? I don't think so. I don't see it. You only make moves like this when you feel like you're going to definitely win it. I still rather have the Bills, and I still rather have the Broncos. I still have other teams here. But, hey, they went for it. It's not a one-year rental. So from that standpoint, I get it. To me, I think they just got a happy feet too early.
I don't think it was a bad move. I think it was a good move for the Jets if they can put it together, like their draft board and what they need to do. Because we've seen, remember when the Raiders had Vic, when they had 3 first-round draft picks and they go Clinton Farrell, where I just saw that clip the other day, by the way, and fans are like even the announcers were like, what? Like, that's who they went with? It was the other guy I can't remember.
It was Clinton Farrell, it was Josh Jacobs, and it was the safety, and I'm blanking on his name.
The one that got arrested, right?
No, it was the guy that kept saying Abrams. Salmon or salmon.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I definitely think that they're going all in. I do agree with that, but I think they know that they're going to get Ward back. They know that Kenny Moore is one of the best slot corners in the NFL, and I bet they think that with their scheme, Sauce Gardner, Charvarius Ward, and Kenny Moore, that they can definitely put something together, and their defense can be. Damn, I'm checking my phone like if there's going to be breaking news, but there is no more breaking news.
Good.
But I kind of like it because when you go in the playoff, you're going to have to face Josh Allen. You're going to have to face Mahomes. You're going to have to face all these down the field guys. You're going to need corners. Remember what Gilbert said yesterday. Right now in the playoffs, he wouldn't trust the Colts against the Chiefs. And I agree with that. But this kind of adds a little bit. The only problem is he's a little bit of a destructive player where if things aren't going his way in a game, he will get a 15-yard penalty. Abrams, thank you, Joe Morley.
Said that like 3 times, but nobody heard me.
Oh, sorry. But I definitely think that this could go one of 2 ways. I'll say at the beginning it's going to pay off. Like when they play Kansas City, he'll probably have a pick against Kansas City. He'll do some good things, but ultimately I just don't know how this is going to go because can he relax? Can he be calmed down? Can he do what he needs to do? I have yet to see that, but there's a lot of good leadership in that Colts defensive line or defensive room. On the other side, Daniel Jones extension coming, yes, but I think it'll be a 2 or 3 year contract and out after 2 years. I don't think it'll be anything crazy because I'm sure they're going to want to protect themselves. And they said, hey, you know what? Sunday we saw the New York Giants, Danny Dimes. I don't know if we want to sign him to that big of an extension. So, but yeah, that's just kind of my take.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I just hope they give him like the Baker extension where you kind of take a year by year. And then
Baker now deserves a big contract, especially if they make it to the NFC Championship and he balls out. There's no way you can't give him a big time deal. But it sounds like from what I've heard from some of the reporters down there is that Baker's not going to take a big contract. He will take a smaller deal so that the team around him is kept intact. So I'm very impressed with that.
All right, number 2 question here: which player traded will have the biggest impact this season?
Oh, this Rashid Shaheed with the Seahawks. And I know I'm kind of cheating because I just went with that, but I really feel like the Seahawks team is better than what people think they are. I think their defense is good. I know that they have some liabilities on that secondary, but I really think their offense is a lot better. The running back position, I'm still not 100% sold on
Walker.
Kenneth Walker. He's a guy that gets hurt when they need him the most. Yeah, well, Charbonnet kind of is their big play guy, but Kenneth Walker, I'm kind of like up and down on. But you feature one of the best receivers in the NFL this season, and he needed a Robin to his Batman. They just got him the Robin to his Batman. By the way, AJ Barner, I remember him when he came out of college. Nobody wanted him, and now he's one of the better. He was high. Again, I'm not a big PFF guy, but I saw he was like rated like the 7th best tight end in the NFL. I'm like, really? I was surprised by that. So I think he's a good play. I think they have a good chemistry. I think the more weapons you can get Sam Darnold, the better. And I feel like he's going to be the biggest impact out of all these teams. So I like that addition.
Gilbert.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of Fernando's comment. I think because the Colts are in position to make the playoffs, Sauce Gardner could have some big games against the Josh Allens and Justin Herberts and Lamar Jackson. I think the Ravens are gonna make it. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, but I go back to what I said. Like I think you make this move when you feel complete, like you feel ready to go and win the Super Bowl. Like I'm not impressed with their edge rushers. I'm not impressed, with some other positions here. Like they have some good pass catchers, but they don't have elite pass catchers. And then when you don't have elite pass catchers and you have Daniel Jones, to me, again, they got a little too excited. But I think Sauce Gardner, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think the Jets were just toxic. I think he could find his elite form again. He's only 25 years old, so I think with that he can have a big impact, especially in the playoffs, like Fernando mentioned.
Yeah, and before I get to my next question, I actually want to bring in Dan and Dago for this next question, if you guys don't mind.
Oh,
let me do that now. Yep.
Let me get him. All right. We're going to bring in an individual who is one of one, a guy that we all love, a guy that everybody's been saying has been missing on this show, a guy that challenges the status quo when it comes to Heelberto, a guy named Dan and Dago.
My protein chomp to get ready to beat his ass like I do every week.
What is that? Beef jerky?
No, it's a chomp. You never seen the chomp? Costco?
Yeah, it's basically a beef jerky.
How are you, Heelberto? Were you busy today? I couldn't even tell what happened.
Yeah. You say that I don't work, but I've been knocking out stores since like 8 a.m, so I'm here. Yeah, and I'm glad you're here before 6:30. So we're both working hard.
Oh, trust me, I'm glad I'm here before 6:30 too. I love this time zone, baby. I love this time zone. But
when they change the time, is that what you like?
What?
When they change the clocks, or you mean Pacific time zone?
No. Pacific time zone, I like. East Coast is hell.
Oh yeah.
Mountain's okay because it's only an hour ahead.
When we were out in New York, Dan was pissed because in one of those, like remember it was Seahawks Cardinals. We were out at a bar and it was like 11:30 and the game still wasn't over. It wasn't over till midnight. And Dan goes, "How the hell do you like?" He was asking one of our friends out there, or one of our cousins out there, "How the hell do you guys live like this? Like, who the hell wants a game this late going on?"
Imagine watching that 18-inning baseball game the other day in the East Coast. Get the hell out of here.
I didn't even watch one inning. I'll tell you that. I didn't watch one of it.
And just watch the last 4 innings of game.
Vic,
game 7.
You know what's funny? I've been waiting for this all day. Can you walk us through your weekend with the ecstasy on Saturday and the total shit show on Sunday?
Oh my God. It was quite the roller coaster for me. It started Friday. It was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. And so you get into that game. I changed socks like 3 times because my feet were sweating. I'm not even playing. Wow. Like, this is what baseball does to me every October now with the Dodgers having to deal with it. But it was such a great game. I once I saw Yamamoto, he was going to pitch game 6. I did not see him pitching in game 7. I'm like, you probably get 1 inning. The fact that they had 4 starters, or actually all their starters pretty much pitch, even Sheehan and Wroblewski in game 7, that was crazy. Every time they scored,
they give Dave Roberts shit and that he doesn't know anything.
I've been his biggest critic. Like the thing with him is he manages like he's still in the regular season, but in game 7. He pushed all the right buttons.
By the way, if that's the Padres in game 6, if that's the Padres, that guy that slid in, he would have dropped it. The two Blue Jays would have scored. Then on the next one, Vladdy would have hit a walk-off if that was the Padres, and they would have won the World Series. That's how.
Dude, so I texted a big Padre guy.
Dan, did you hear that Darvish is out for the year?
Yeah, I don't care. I thought he hasn't played in like 4 years. Musgrove hasn't played in 10 years, so I don't know, but who cares?
Eddie was not happy, Dan.
That's okay. I don't even pay attention.
One more question for Vic, because Game 7 of the World Series was really good for me, but I don't watch baseball like that. Was that the best game you ever seen, Victor?
Yeah, it's between that one and the Marlins and the Indians in '97, when they went to extra innings too. And that Cubs series as well, where they had like a rain delay.
They had a rain delay for 17 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game where they would not take Aroldis Chapman out, and Cubs fans were pissed. Yep. And then Chapman comes back, and like he had a bases loaded. He strikes out the next 3 batters, or they get the next 3 batters out. And Aroldis Chapman kind of screwed them in that game because he tied the game up, but then he won them that game. Because
it was the Rajay Davis home run, which is kind of like what people can kind of compared it with the Miguel Rojas game in Game 7 as well. So I mean, those are the 3 that stand out. But in terms of like the World Series, as being a fan, this was the best one where it involved the Dodgers, because usually they lose here. But in terms of like, since I've been watching it, this is probably like the best World Series that I've ever seen.
Dan was jumping out of his seat.
Oh yeah, I pissing my pants with joy. I did text a big Padre guy. He said, "First the Dodgers, now the Chargers, baby. Here we go." Yeah. But Heelberto, Mr.
Oh, look at Gilbert's smile.
Why don't you catch me? Why don't you catch me up? Who got traded today? Did I get all the best players in the league? Did I get 5 offensive linemen or no?
No, remember that guy that you were considering to get in 2022 between Trevor Penning and Zion Johnson, and then for the next 4 years, both of them sucked? Well, now you have both on your team, so that's cool now, right?
Oh, my goodness. What are we doing? What'd they give up for him?
6th-round draft pick in 2 years.
2 years. Also, nobody has a clue where he's going to play because their offensive line's that bad, but he's versatile.
Oh, I'm glad. Versatility.
Again, what's the only thing you need?
I need a center. I don't know what
he can't play center, though.
You have number 10.
Well, yeah, I have the son of Odin, but I don't want him to get killed. This franchise likes killing people. I don't know why.
He can play guard or tackle, but he can't play center. I'm sorry, Dan.
We go from tunnel screens that kill receivers to just dropping them back and letting quarterbacks get killed.
Dan was yelling on Sunday because the Chargers are still the offensive line is still getting beat by the same shit they've gotten beaten all last year and in the playoffs. What was that? Stunts. I can't believe these guys have not become
pros have bad feet
at taking on stunts.
They have bad feet. Crazy. They don't move well. I don't know what they're doing in practice, but I'm not even gonna lie. I'm tired. I don't want to see. Some asshole commented on the What's Up Bolts. I forgot who it was. They're like, I'm tired of hearing about the bad offensive line. We're 6-3. I'm like, okay, I get that, but that's not gonna win a fucking playoff game, dude. Like, what do I care if we go 15-2 and we lose in the first round? You know what I mean? Like
on House of Horns, bashing the secondary every week, and people say I'm negative.
Oh, I know. Like
we got a comment today or yesterday saying that what is it? We hate the Rams or we about the Rams, like that we're negative towards the Rams. I forget what it was. I think it was we hate the Rams.
They suck.
Yeah,
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like in my opinion, like yeah, we're 6-3. That's great. It's amazing. Well, yeah, let's all give each other, high fives or whatever to not be, vulgar, but like. The goal of the season, in my opinion, is to win a playoff game. You win a playoff game, no matter what happens in the next round, that's already a W. You lose in the first round or don't make the playoffs, or you get Herbert hurt, it's a wasted year. Like, you're supposed to start elevating up, not ticking down or ticking stagnant. Like, I don't want that. So we need to pick it up. I don't know what we're doing.
I agree with Dan. I agree with you a lot today. What's going on today?
All right, let's get to our biggest takeaways from week 9. Who's gonna get it started?
I don't even know what mine is. If you want to throw it,
I got yours. Hold on. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, Heelberto cursed the Lions. I was shocked on Sunday. I don't know why. I've been watching less and less football because I'm like, oh, these games suck, or something comes up, I gotta watch or whatever. Like some of the games, I feel like the past 2 weeks have sucked, especially the 1 o'clock hour or whatever. Obviously, I watched the Bills Chiefs. Shout out to the Bills, thank God. But do it in the playoffs now, damn it. That's like, does that not piss off people in Buffalo, New York? They said all 4 of your wins are in the regular season and called you basically a bunch of lame asses. This was before the game.
You know what that win was?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Nobody cares.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they called you a bunch of lame asses.
5-4.
A game behind me, baby. Now I need them to beat the Broncos. I think they're playing this week. So
no, they have a bye week.
Who?
Next
the
week.
Chiefs?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, that matchup is next week. You got Raiders Broncos on Thursday Night Football.
Are you serious? Are you guys finally gonna wake up? Do I need to get Eric down there to talk to his boy?
Hey, Brock Bowers is back.
Brock Bowers might mess up that secondary. And Ashton
So.
Genty.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was in a state of shock that the Vikings beat the Lions at home. Like that was crazy to me. And I think you picked them to win the Super Bowl or something. And just that downtick, it's starting to hit. It's starting to hit where they're going to fall to the curse. You're worse than the Madden curse. My goodness. Exactly. So, and then I think
first place still, or the Packers are.
I think I picked wow. We should take a screenshot of that. That's actually pretty funny. I think.
Did I freeze?
Why was I? Yeah, you froze. I think. What? No, I think.
There we go.
No, I think they are in first place. The Packers aren't in first place. They just lost. But
go to the Lions.
Where's the cheese-eating bastard for that one? Losing to the Panthers, my God!
Especially after we all said they were frauds last week, and we pointed out all the reasons, and then they do that against the
nowhere
Panthers.
to be found. Coincidence, huh?
Gilbert, go ahead.
Is my Wi-Fi back, or am I still?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Speaking about those Bills, and I'll defend them here. I still don't think they're gonna, maybe finally get the job done here and go to the Super Bowl. But why are people losing their minds and Bills Mafia that they didn't make a big move here, a splash trade? Like, I'm trying to go down here. Like, okay, if you get a wide receiver, you're not gonna give up a bunch of draft capital. Like Amari Cooper, anybody last year? What the hell did Cooper do? He was
the Deebo
old last
Samuel
year.
thing. I was kind of like, why?
Yeah.
They already have short
Deebo's
receivers.
not that good anymore.
Yeah,
like I don't get the Deebo thing. He's not that good anymore.
Did they trade for him? I saw you guys texting about that.
No, they didn't. Acquired.
Oh God, I
would not. I think I froze again. I'm not sure.
No, you're good.
Okay. Jacoby Myers could have been another option, but again, I thought the Jaguars gave up a lot. Are they going to do that again and maybe get burned like from a Amari Cooper trade? And then all the good players, the difference makers, they all were coming from the Jets, a divisional rival. What do you expect? You want to say, hey, New York, you want to keep Quinnen Williams in the AFC East? We'll give you 3 first-round picks. Yeah, freaking right. So, like, they had no other option here. Also, the Chiefs, Broncos, Patriots, none of those teams made a move. I think they're fine. Even with the Colts getting Sauce Gardner, they're okay.
Patriots, who would have seen that coming, huh?
The Broncos called for Jalen Waddle. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that, Gilbert. That the Chiefs are okay without making it. I think they needed to do something, but they don't have enough.
They don't look that mighty.
They just don't have the money.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They don't have the money. All right, Vic, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah. After the conversation we had yesterday, I've kind of changed my narrative in terms of the top 2 picks from both the 2023 and the 2024 seasons, the drafts, I should say. And, coming into the season, I thought CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels were way ahead of what we had seen in terms of the first picks in terms of Bryce Young and Caleb Williams. And I feel like the Texans and the Commanders have failed their draft picks, their quarterbacks, because they haven't invested in their offensive line. Like, yes, I get it. They traded, but they traded for older pieces instead of trying to go young. And now looking at what is his name? Young from the Panthers, and then Caleb Williams. Like, the fact that they're attached to an offensive coordinator, the fact that they went out and spent draft picks and also capital on their offensive line, and putting in this running scheme for the Panthers, and also seeing what I've seen from the the Bears so far, I've really liked what I've seen in terms of what they're doing going forward. And I feel like they're best set up going forward for those two number one picks. Whether or not they succeed or not, they're at least in better position than those two other guys. You already saw Jaden Daniels get hurt, and then CJ Stroud also got hurt on Sunday. And so I feel like they've done a disservice. They've gone about building around those two quarterbacks the wrong way, even though they're the better of the quarterbacks. The two number two picks are way ahead in terms of how good they are, but unfortunately, they just haven't gotten the help from their front office.
I just thought it was hilarious.
Bryce Young, right?
Oh, okay. I started
Bryce
first,
Young.
but it's okay.
He's not that good.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's great. Thanks. I wasn't keeping track, but are the Commanders still Heelberto's team? Because what I saw on Sunday kind of matches that. What
about the Cowboys?
So, oh,
I did.
By the way, I don't know if you already talked about it or not, but I thought, like, why do the Cowboys think they're buyers? They should be sellers right now. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, I'm so sure this is going to fix everything that they needed. Like, on Sunday, they couldn't do anything offensively. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, is this
Monday.
the same Cardinals? Whenever it was, it doesn't matter. I don't even know what day I'm in. Is this the same Cardinals? What are we doing? I couldn't. The one time I picked the Cowboys and they fail me. Damn you, Jer.
Didn't we all pick the Cowboys? I forget.
No, not me.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did Gino Brissett going to play? What the hell?
Hey, I told you, I even picked them in. I actually need to update that too. I picked them in my top 5 bets too.
Dude, I was
knew
laughing
Brissett
because
gonna
I
play.
was like, and this is why you don't just panic and sell out at quarterback, kids. I was like, because look at this guy. He's like $30 an hour, and that guy slung it probably better than Kyler Murray's ass has.
I'll go with mine. The Rams saying that they were inspired by the Dodgers is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, I couldn't believe that they were all saying that on Sunday.
I was very inspired.
What is that? Like,
Yamamoto.
Okay. Can I just make a guess here, Fernando, as to why they're doing that? My guess is they know they don't have the fans, behind them, and they're trying to attach themselves to the Dodgers. That would be my only guess, Fernando. But you're right.
And because
Go ahead.
they're
Sorry.
the only
People ask
LA
this question?
team.
What?
Did TV people ask this question? Because it sounds like a TV question.
No, like, yeah, it's all the fangirls and boys and all that shit in there that were bullshitting, and God, media's going to shit. It like anybody now is media. Like, how do you why would, I get it, like, this is more of a Wednesday question though, it's not a Sunday after a game. Like, it's dumb, but you need inspiration to beat the New Orleans Saints? Really? Like, we need inspiration now to beat one of the worst teams in the NFL. That even Eric tweeted out a story saying Tyler Shough made some plays, but he needs to hurry up. If not, Daddy's gonna want to go get his son from LSU. Like, what are we doing? So I just couldn't believe that. If they're saying that this is motivation for them moving forward for the rest of the season and to try and win a Super Bowl, again, you need motivation from a team that just spent billions of dollars to go win a championship. Like, I guess, but again, I'm not taking anything away. That
inspired the Rams because they did it first. Like, we all remember when they deferred, or I forgot what fancy, nerd
they pushed
terminology they used back in the day. Like, the Rams did it first. What are we
with
even talking
Von Miller, OBJ?
Yeah, that's why they're inspired my ass. They're inspired to go back and say, fuck them picks and sign all these guys because he can't take enough time from trimming his beard to trying to coach some of these guys up to be actual players.
How do you think Eric was feeling on Sunday?
He was conflicted because I think the Raider game happened first and they lost, so he wasn't very happy. But then the Rams ended up pulling out, it sounds like, and he's very excited. And then to just, top the ecstasy, the Seahawks took care of business against one of Heelberto's teams.
And then the Cardinals won.
Oh, is that one of his teams or no? I don't know.
I mean, it's in the NFC West. I mean, might as well.
Oh, there you go. No, but he doesn't like it when the Cardinals win because they're chasing the Rams, and the Rams need to win the division. So
yeah, that's
true. He wasn't happy though because the Niners won. Oh, yeah. Well. Okay, the Seahawks don't count then. I guess just the other two.
All right. Good stuff, guys. Let's go over to the Compas power rankings. Gilbert, why don't you start it off?
Yeah. From
I got
all
you.
the chaos that occurred last week, where the Packers lost, the Chiefs lost, the Lions lost, guess who was on a bye week and looking good? The Eagles. Guess who was working the phones? Howie Roseman, getting Jalen Phillips, getting Michael Carter II, getting Jair Alexander. The Eagles are still the best team. They always want to make a big deal about Nick Sirianni, AJ Brown. I'm so tired about giving a crap about what AJ Brown thinks. Like I don't care about that story anymore. He's not gonna get traded. Shut up. Like I don't care about AJ Brown in his book and whatever. He's gonna be on the Eagles. Everything is fine. Number 1 Eagles, 2 Bills. I'll give him credit for being beating the Chiefs here. Honestly, this after the Eagles, I don't know who to pick in the order. Every team is pretty close. The Lions, I still believe in their number 3. The Colts, I was gonna knock him out the top 5 for losing to the Steelers. I guess Jalen Ramsey finally playing safety made a big difference here. But really, to that point, Daniel Jones, get the hell out of here. But they got Sauce Gardner, so I'll keep him here. And then the 5, I'll put the Rams by default and by the defiance. People are way too soon crowning the Seahawks. Victor and Fernando, I'm looking at you guys. They hadn't even played the Rams. They hadn't even played the Rams yet. And they lost to the 49ers. What are we doing here?
Oh, wow.
Give me their biggest win. What is their
The Rams
biggest
lost
win
to the
here?
49ers too.
But they lost to them at home, and they lost to the Buccaneers. What have the Seahawks done? I don't get it.
He got
Who
the
have they
call.
beaten?
They beat the shit
got
out
the
of
call.
the Commanders.
What Commanders? That's your best win here, Fernando?
Now the Commanders.
And now the
Now you
Commanders
don't rate
suck.
the
Jaden
Commanders.
Daniels lost an arm in the game. Like, get out of here.
Oh, wow.
At the end of the game, where they were already getting beaten down.
Honestly, find me a
Wow.
good win for this team. People are. I get it. If you're right, you're on the train before me, but I need to wait and see.
I have a good rebuttal. I'll get to it when it's my turn.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bucks, Eagles, Bills, Seahawks, Rams. Go ahead.
Number
Vic.
4, huh, Fernando?
Yeah, I got the Eagles and Bills as well. I still like the Lions here and the Bucks. The only reason I have the Lions over the Bucks is because the Lions beat the Bucks. And the reason I have the Seahawks here is because
The injuries.
they have the same point differential by 1 point to the Rams. Like that's
They're
the
playing
only
crappier teams.
exactly. I guess the only what's the Rams a good win? It was that Colts game where they should have probably lost. The next 3 weeks is gonna tell me what they're made of.
But you
If
guys
they
can't
beat
tell
all
me
those-
who had the Seahawks beaten. That's good. The Jaguars.
Dan, he's interrupting.
I know that's kind of crazy.
I
He got the
know.
I
call
just don't
in the
get it. I don't
national
get it.
in the national writers group chat. Eric sent a hot text that said, "I don't know what you're doing, Heelberto. Defend the Rams. The
Oh, yeah?
Rams are the team. We
They
love
have
the
more
love how
Rams."
this
benefit of the
has
doubt
flipped
than the
now.
Seahawks do.
Who have the Rams?
I don't know what
beaten?
they've done to
Let me
get
look
this
at
much
his-
Who have the
respect. I
Rams
don't
beaten?
get
Let me
it.
look at the schedule.
They've beaten the whole AFC South and the
They didn't beat the Colts.
Yeah,
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 they beat the Colts.
yeah.
No, talk about the Seahawks or the Rams.
The
No,
Rams.
the Rams.
Okay,
They
I'm
beat
saying the
the whole
Seahawks don't have
AFC
that.
South.
But they haven't played them yet.
Yeah.
No, I think the Rams also have some of their flaws. You have one victory against an NFC opponent. Like they're not, world beaters either. They lost to the 49ers as well. 49ers beat both these teams, and we're here arguing about the
Yeah.
Rams and the Seahawks. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
you.
dude,
You're the
you
one
have,
that's arguing.
I'm just saying, I don't understand why people's jumping in on this stock that's gonna skyrocket all of a sudden. I don't see it.
Hey, even
Just
Greg
give me one
Rosenthal said
quality
he has
victory,
them
one signature victory.
as the best team in the NFC. I saw Greg Rosenthal say that the Seahawks are the best team in the
I'm telling
NFC.
everybody's doing it, and I'm annoyed. Either you guys are followers or sheeps, or you have some.
We
good
were
stock
talking
that I'm
about them before. Like we've been on like the whole Packers fraud thing. We've been on the Broncos, and then even the Matthew Stafford. I asked you about the whole. I'm like, watch, it's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna jump on the whole Matthew Stafford MVP. He throws another 4 touchdowns. Here we go. That's why I wanted to get ahead of it because I already know how this works.
I
And by
respect
the
that.
way, I've been
I'm
on the
just
Seahawks
consistent.
since last year.
I've been on this team's bandwagon all year. I just don't see it.
Last year, I said that the Seahawks were going to make the playoffs. They missed it by half of a game.
Yep.
But
All right, okay, fine. You guys are not part of the trend, but I said you guys have been on it. Victor's been on this team day one, but still, we're 9 weeks in, and
they're
what
4
have they
wins
really
away
done?
from making the playoffs, and that's all Gil or Vic and I care about. They just need to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I
And then
get
they're
it.
good.
I'll say
So-
this, and my story's going to come out tomorrow. They've been an impressive team for 2 months,
Sure.
and I gave them the credit, but it's
No, you
still
didn't.
an incomplete grade because they haven't beaten anybody good yet.
Okay, but you play the schedule. How many times don't you see this type of stuff and they don't win? Like, it is what it is. Like,
I get it.
let me look at the Colts, but I'll tell you right now. I get why Heelberto's so angry. The Seahawks beat two of his teams, the Texans and the Commanders, so he's going through a rough patch.
Dan, why don't you go?
But let me.
Here,
Oh
I
yeah,
got
my
it.
bottom five. I hate football gods. Alt being out for the season. What the hell's wrong? What's going on?
You know what?
I
And
thought-
nobody asked if Alt is out for the whole season, and like if they make the playoffs, would he be able to come back or not? So that's one interesting aspect of. I'm wondering if he could come back.
I don't know what Ben Herbert's doing because supposedly I thought he was a wizard, but there's too many wizards going around. I hate having wizards so close to me at all places. But Greg Roman, you know, it's almost like, and to his credit, I'm not a big McVay guy, but to his credit, he knows very well how to shadow or how to minimize bad offensive line play with his scheme and the way he calls plays. I think he does a really good job of that. I don't think that's talked about enough. Whereas now on the opposite side, Greg Roman wants to magnify it. He says, let me show you how bad these guys are. You think you've seen bad? Let me show you the clusterfuck I'll put out this week by calling these plays. What?
Yeah, and I think it's because people like Eric only like to talk about McVay and the offense and the guys scoring points. He doesn't like talking about the offensive line.
Because they forget. They just think the ball happens to get to the quarterback and he throws it. That's all they think. It's you know, we got to give them back to coloring books. That way they relax. But LaFleur, I hate you. You cost me a game over the weekend. You shouldn't have beaten or lost to the stupid Panthers.
Heelberto's Panthers.
Heelberto's
And
Panthers.
Panthers,
More of
back on.
Heelberto's teams. Heelberto are
We
the
should have
culture.
a thing where we could change one team from our top five and swap in.
I had
somebody.
said that and you shitted on me last week.
I got you.
Well,
I
that
got-
was the
I got-
Commanders
I
and
got- I'm
Cowboys
bringing.
suck, yeah.
We'll get to it, Gilbert. You're jumping ahead.
Go
I
ahead,
got you,
Dan.
bro.
Number
Yeah.
4.
I don't want to. No, I had a
Gilbert
dog
keeps
shit,
on interrupting
a
you.
week.
I know it's rude, isn't it?
Uh,
Heelberto, are the culture team or no?
No, I think they're frauds too.
Okay.
Dan,
Who is your
by the
team so I
way,
can look up their schedule?
Did you see that Mahomes was pressured on 56% of his dropbacks on Sunday?
don't wanna
Isn't
hear
that what
it.
your quarterback usually goes
I don't
through?
even want to hear it. And my guy doesn't get the benefit of calls. This guy pisses it down his leg and he gets a roughing the passer. It's ridiculous. Like
But they were.
I
bad
know,
for the
I
last
know,
2
Robert
weeks.
D. Where's the cheese eating bastard? I agree.
I've been
Where
bet on
is
the
he?
Chiefs all year, guys? Like I'm not part of that trend. Okay.
Dan, did
Yeah,
you
you
hear
are.
that? He's been off on the Chiefs
All
this
of
year.
a sudden, all of a sudden, you're gonna disown your own
I have
team. You
eyes.
bless me every week.
I know the Chiefs
has
haven't been
4
good, and I think the Seahawks have been overrated. I have eyes. Okay.
Sure. That's what you say. But when I have eyes, and I tell you, one team is always benefiting from these calls. I'm look like at a madman. I'm a madman. You don't want to believe
all right.
me until Harvard does the study or whatever, and it comes out with these
Okay.
papers. It's science.
The
It's not
power
me.
rankings: number 1, Eagles; 2, Bills; 3, Bucks; 4, Lions. I don't know how. 5, Colts.
Was
God
this
only knows
updated?
from where?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because the Seahawks are on there. They're not on there. 'Cause
Yeah,
of me?
but they only got 2 points. The Colts and the Lions got more.
I don't know
points
how
than
you
them.
guys still have the Lions up there. They are booty cheeks, like I've been telling you.
Stop it.
It's a
All
long
right.
season.
It's
Let us
Alberto's
go to
fault.
the
I
picks
love
from
it.
last week.
It's Alberto's fault.
Vic went 5-1. Gilbert went
Yeah.
4-2. Dan
Yeah,
went
hold on.
3-3. I went 1-5.
Hold
The
on.
Cowboys.
So that
got
was
you. There we go.
terrible. But
Yeah.
overall, Vic has caught up to me. So
Yeah.
Dan is 33-21. I am 26-28.
Keep him in the
As is
basement.
Vic. Hilberto is 22-30.
I'm making ground.
Let's
So-
all pick the same games as Hilberto.
For the next 2 months,
I'll do it.
then we're all
see.
going to be under 500.
All right.
That's okay.
Let us go with the games this week. Let me start off with Browns at
God.
Jets.
Is Shador at quarterback? Is Shador? Shador in the building? Hey,
And the
Shador.
Jets haven't named the quarterback yet.
The Jets haven't?
Nope.
Wait, what?
They haven't named the starter yet. The Jets.
I'm gonna say that they
Yeah.
got the cancers out of the building and they're gonna power through and they're gonna no. Fuck. I'm gonna go Browns. Gilbert.
Uh,
By the
They-
way,
they
this
won the-
line
they-
changed 4 points, Gilbert.
after the trades, huh?
Yes.
Part of me
They
thinks
beat the
Miles Garrett-
Bengals, so I'll show them love. Give me the Jets here. Give me the Jets.
Dan.
The Browns. I think Myles Garrett's probably going to feast on whoever's back there. So I'll take that. I think they have the number 1 rated defense too, but I'm not sure.
I'll go with the Browns just so Gilbert can be the lone wolf here.
All right. Jaguars at Texans. Who the hell's the quarterback?
For who? The Texans?
Oh yeah. Davis Mills.
Davis Mills.
Really?
At home. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of pick sixes. Give me the Texans.
Wow.
Gilbert.
Yeah. No CJ Stroud. Give me the Jaguars.
Dan.
Oh, this might bite me in the ass, but I'll side with this nincompoop. I'll take the Jags also.
Vic.
I'm gonna go with the Texans because they're on my wins team. Okay.
Ravens at Vikings.
Dude, did we just pick the clusterfuck week or what?
I know.
Oh my!
We're getting to the good ones. Don't worry.
I'm gonna go Ravens just because they're on my.
Is the running back back?
But I
yes,
I can't. Gilbert.
It's actually kind of a sneaky good game. Not that the Vikings did something, but I'll go with the Ravens here.
Dan.
They're at home. Hopefully, Brian Flores knows how to attack running backs. This is so tough. I guess I'll go Vikings. Let's see what happens. This will be my dog of the week.
All right, Dan, I'm going to let you be the lone wolf here. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Okay.
Giants at Bears. Give me the Bears.
Oh, good God.
Gilbert.
Well, Caleb Williams is back. He beat the Bengals. Come on, give me the Bears.
I couldn't believe some of the shit I've been seeing. Dan.
Yeah, I'll go with the Bears at home. They don't have Scatterboo.
All of us?
Have I gone? No, I did already. All right, I'm going to go Bears here.
Buccaneers at Patriots. Give me the
we
Bucs.
should have a rule where we just toss a game where we all have the same pick. I don't know, but that's just for the future.
That's
Say
fine.
that
Doesn't
again?
bother me.
Gilbert keeps on trying to make up rules as we go. And I don't
we
like
all
that.
pick the same team for the game. We should just toss that one out of the mix.
You want to do that? I can do that.
Yeah, let's
I don't mind.
There's no fun in that.
I mean, okay. I got you.
Wants
All
to
right,
take away a
next
game
one.
from me.
Bucks
all
at
have the
Patriots.
same
Give me the
team.
Bucks. Gilbert.
No, give me the Patriots.
Dan.
It's going to bite me in the ass. Give me Drake May and Mike Vrabel.
Vic.
Who'd you go with, Fernando?
Bucks.
Okay. I'm gonna let you be the. I'll let you be the lone wolf here. So everybody has a lone wolf. So I have one. Let me make sure everybody has one. Dan has one. Gilbert does not have one this week.
Of course not. He picks favorites.
Huh?
I picked the Jets.
No, he went Jets too.
I went Jets.
Hey,
I thought I was
why don't you bring back that other game and have Gilbert go Giants against the Bears?
All right, you know what?
There you go.
All right, fine. Forget you guys. Give me the Giants.
Okay, hold on.
Screw the Bears. They're not that good. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
It's
You sucked me
1000%
into it.
an illusion.
All right,
Dude,
here we go.
what you saw
All
from
right.
the Bengals was literally what I thought was going to be their whole season.
All right,
Score
here
40
goes
points.
the money maker.
And then lose.
Eagles at Packers.
Oh,
Give
we're
me
all
the-
going to go
I
the
can't
same.
believe the Packers are
Give-
favorites here. I can't
give
wait to
me
get
the
into this tomorrow.
Really?
GLES Eagles. Gilbert.
Eagles, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
Dan.
all going Eagles.
Vic.
Do you want to scrap
who
this
went
game?
with? Hold on, everybody's going Eagles here.
Yeah.
I'll take the Packers. F it.
All right.
Well, Micah Parsons hates this team, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're
All
not
right.
gonna.
Let us go now to our Pick'ems challenge. And Dan, you have a bit of a lead on a certain
Thank
individual.
God. I
Okay,
was
so
tired of the
let me-
0.5.
Let
Dan-
me go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Dan, you are in first place with 26.5. I am in second place with 26 wins. Heelberto
Son
is at
of a
23.
bitch. You
23.
still are tied with me, except a 0.5. You're stupid Cowboys.
No.
No,
Gilbert's
No,
not
no,
tied.
no. You're up
Packer.
3 wins on him.
No,
Oh
you and
yeah,
I.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Gilbert
I went
is at
1-4 last week. It
23.5
was
and Vic is
awful.
at 19 wins.
Come
What?
on,
All right.
Vic.
All right, guys.
You got to keep
All
them in the cellar.
All right.
1-4 last week.
I have a proposal for you guys. All right. Since this is the trade deadline, the trade deadline was today. I'm proposing that you can trade one of your wins team you drafted Now, this comes with some caveats, right? Your wins up to now stay the same.
Okay.
The team you swap out, only the wins from now on till the rest of the season count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you can just grab their wins and put them onto your wins. Okay. Now, and then lastly, the team you're trading for also has to either have had a bye or not had a bye. So, like, let's say you pick a team and they've already had their bye. It wouldn't be fair for the rest of the group here if you add another game to your team, right? So there's that. And then the way this would work is when we make a pick is we either do it by worst record to the best. So right, or we do it by the draft order.
That's
So
a lot of
No.
coffee.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like from last to first because Victor's pretty far behind. I'm not worried about you, Vic. And then I'll go second.
That's crazy. The slander.
Okay, so we could just pick any team we want and we get to swap one out.
Right, but like I go first, so I might take a team that you might want, but the same thing like, we have to, so we can
your
swap
criteria
out
is if you want the Colts, you can't get them because they don't have a bye week yet, right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
But let's say it's like I have the Texans. Have the Texans had a bye?
No.
Oh, so the team you have to get a team with the bye week and swap a team with a bye week already.
Yes, or one without a bye and one with that. Yeah, because that's the only way it would work. Like it would be fair to everybody.
Okay, keep it even with the bye or without a bye. Both sides. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Everybody has to okay this for us to go forward from right now.
Yeah, that's great. I'm good. Let's do it.
All right. So I wasn't expecting this to happen yet, so I'm gonna swap out the Raiders. Now you said the Colts haven't had the Colts haven't had their bye yet, right?
No, they're 7-2. They got 9 games.
What about the Seahawks?
They have not had their bye yet.
They had their bye week.
Okay, give me. I'm gonna swap out the Raiders for the Seahawks.
Damn, you just got better just like that.
I know.
All right, you're next, Gilbert.
Okay. Fuck, the freaking Cowboys barely having their bye week. Damn it, and the Commanders haven't had a bye week. Okay.
It's tough.
Christ.
That's why.
Okay, I think I got one. Oh, this is not even good. Regardless, I'm gonna do it. No, I don't even know who has what. You have the 49ers, Fernando?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you put up what we
here.
have? I don't know.
Yeah, here.
Dan
has the Chargers, Packers,
Yeah.
Bengals, Patriots, Steelers. Okay.
I think I am.
Fernando has the Eagles, Ravens, 49ers, Bucks, and Bears. And then you have the Chiefs, Lions, Cowboys, Broncos, and Commanders. I have the Bills, Rams, Texans, Falcons, and Raiders.
Okay. You know what? I got one.
Because I now have the Seahawks.
Shit. The Colts not have a bye week. Sorry, the freaking. Oh no, I got one. Okay, give me. I don't care. I want to win here. Give me the Colts, and I'll trade the Chiefs. Forget y'all.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wait. The Colts haven't had their bye week.
Yeah, but the Chiefs haven't either.
Yeah.
But I still have my other dog shit teams that way. Let me think about that.
Hold on.
That's fine. No, you already said it.
No,
he threw him away.
No,
he threw him away.
I'm fine. Give me the Colts.
He threw him away.
He threw him away. They're bye right now, actually.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Oh,
no,
is that?
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. They're barely on it. That doesn't count.
Thank you, Robert, for that assist.
Okay. This is tough.
Yeah, but like it's barely happening. That doesn't count.
Vic, I just want to let you know I am good.
Okay.
All right, can I go?
No,
hold on. We gotta wait for him to pick his team here.
All right, just one more time. The Eagles are taken, Buccaneers are taken, Seahawks are now taken, Packers, Rams, 49ers, Lions.
Yes.
Oh my God. Jeez. Okay. Let me. All right, fine.
So
I'm
then-
Actually, you
trading.
can still take the Chiefs because they haven't. This week hasn't started yet, so you're still good.
I got a better one. Give me the Panthers instead of the Commanders. They're both no bye weeks.
Okay.
Jesus. I got to get rid of one of those teams, the Commanders or the Cowboys. Give me the Panthers.
All right, is
right.
it my turn?
Yes.
That took
So
forever,
I don't
sorry.
think the Bengals have had a bye week, and I'll trade them with the Colts.
Damn.
How did this work out for you?
So I'll do that. I'll take them.
Wait, okay.
Nope. That is signed,
Yeah,
sealed,
yeah,
delivered. Dan
That's right.
is playing chess.
That's
So the
what I do
Bengals don't
here.
have a bye week coming up this week, or the Colts?
Everybody thinks I'm some big dumb dipshit everywhere. I'm not. I'm 5 moves ahead. You guys think I'm stupid, but I'm not.
I would never think that, Dan.
Okay, so if I three-peat and I won the picks last year, I win both picks this year, I'm gonna get a belt and I'm gonna make a belt.
Yeah,
That's a
you should.
three-peat.
We'll get a compass. All
No,
right.
the Colts
so,
did not have a bye. Robert D. Stop tweeting in there. Go back to fighting with whoever you were fighting with.
But the Bengals have a bye
Don't-
week this week.
Don't do that.
Bengals have
No,
a
they're
bye
not.
this week.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
no,
this
they're not.
week.
No, they're not. No, they're
No
not.
week.
No, they're not. It doesn't
Yes,
count. It doesn't
do.
matter.
is
I
it?
said
Is
it.
No, because I got to
Nope.
check.
Nope.
Yeah,
What
it's the
I said is
Bengals,
right.
Cowboys, Chiefs, Titans.
Nope.
Yeah, there you
Nope.
go. So
No, but
we
that's for
can't
this
allow that.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, that
buddy.
doesn't
That's
count.
like, 'cause I have to be fair here.
Yeah, he
Gilbert
was gonna
gets-
allow
Yeah, do
you
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No.
No,
No.
yeah, he can.
I'm good. I
No,
can't
but
do
the
it.
Bengals are on a bye this week.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't
No,
because
but
count.
this week hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't
Well,
happened
that's
yet.
why. That's why it didn't go through with the Chiefs because
No.
he was
Yeah.
going to swap the Chiefs for the Colts.
He
Yeah,
could've. He
because
chose
the Chiefs are on a
not
bye
to.
this
Yes.
week.
He
Same
chose
thing.
not to. He chose not to.
No,
There's a
no,
difference.
that-
I choose to. I
No.
overrule
What
it.
else you
It's
got?
bullshit.
What else
Nope.
you got?
I got the Colts.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. I got the
No,
Colts.
you can't do that, Dad. I'm
So,
sorry. I
Who
have
else
to
is
be
left?
fair.
No, how is that fair? What are
Yeah.
you talking? It hasn't
The
even
Bengals
started.
are on a bye this
Yes.
week.
No, they're
Yeah, we
not.
said-
No, but that's this Sunday.
That's why
This
I
week,
explained that. I explained that because Robert D brought it up that the Chiefs have a
Robert
bye
D.
this week.
God damn it! You couldn't
then
have just come back.
Sorry,
to
Dan.
fighting.
I'm effing you here.
All right, hurry
So,
up, guys.
yeah,
we
this
gotta go.
one's all
Pick another
because
team.
of Robert
Bullshit.
D.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Okay,
I throw the
so-
challenge flag.
all
So who
right.
else-
All
so
right.
there's no one left.
I want to
No.
keep this fair before we go on. Are we okay with the bye this week? Because I have
I'm
to
okay.
let Chiefs.
I'm okay. I'm
Okay,
okay. I
then.
have the
No.
Colts. I
Okay,
You
got
can't
it.
do it. You can't do it.
I'm
might get
okay
rid of
with
Chiefs
Dan
here.
getting the Colts instead
you.
of the.
I'm not.
Because you know
I'm
what?
not.
Seriously, I'll do this. If you're gonna piss and moan about it, you take the Colts. I'll take the Chiefs for the Bengals. That's fine.
Ooh.
Wait, one more time.
Oh,
You're
No,
gonna
Dan
take the
said-
Chiefs.
Are you taking the Chiefs instead of the Bengals?
yeah, no
Yes.
shit.
No,
That's
Dan
fine.
said if
That's
you.
fair.
That's
fair.
fair.
Oh, you're such a
Part of the
lame
rules.
ass.
They're both on a bye week. They're
is.
both on a bye week.
Okay, so
That's fine.
You still got
I'll
better.
Colts. So Colts go to Gilbert.
And there
No,
go
no, no,
the
no.
Colts.
Exactly.
No, he took the Chiefs instead of the
No.
and swapped
No,
the
no,
Bengals.
no. He's
Dan
saying-
is being
he's
a good
saying-
sport, and
Yes.
he's allowing you to go through with your Chiefs.
Oh, no, I
for
don't-
Colts.
No, I'm good. I don't need that. I'm
No,
taking
no,
my
no.
Panthers.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because either I'm getting the Colts or I'm getting the Chiefs. I don't care.
No, you're
So-
I will allow the Chiefs. The Chiefs and the Bengals. I execute that trade. You get the Chiefs instead of the
Yeah,
Bengals.
but you have to drop the
You have to,
Chiefs.
you have to drop.
Yeah.
No.
So you.
Oh,
What an
Yeah.
idiot. My God.
We have to get
can
to
come
this,
back
or
to
else
this.
we won't. We won't move on with this.
Look it. I got the Colts. He didn't understand. That's not my fault. Read the bylaws. Read the bylaws. I understood it. I executed. I have the Colts. Vic,
I
write it
have
down.
to
I
be
got the
fair.
Colts.
I have to be fair here, so
We
that's
were
why.
fair. We had a hearing. We all voted. We all heard the law. That's right.
Something else?
Inside.
Right.
Okay. So what?
Okay,
What are
Gilbert,
we
so what the hell are
agreeing
you doing?
I know.
What are
Oh,
we
you want
agreeing on?
for somebody else?
So
what do you want?
No, what Dan is saying is you take you drop
Thank
the
you.
Chiefs, you take
Thank
the
you.
Colts, and
had to
Dan
explain
will
it to
take
him.
the Chiefs and drop the Bengals.
Okay, so I don't take the Panthers, but I still have to
No.
hold on to the crappy Commanders.
Yeah.
You can.
No,
You
I
can
don't want
trade
the
them if you
Commanders.
want. No, listen.
Okay.
You can do 2 trades. Is it only
Yeah.
one?
But the thing is if you drop, you're going with the Panthers, that means
Yeah.
Dan gets the Colts. Or are you saying because you didn't go with the Chiefs because they were on a bye, he can't take them as well? Is that what we agreed on?
You know what? Fine, because we're running out of time. You
Give me
keep
the Colts. Got it.
You
Thank
get
you.
the Colts, and I'm keeping the Panthers, and I'm keeping
Got
the
it.
Chiefs.
There you go.
Okay, got
You
it.
see? He tries to-
Appreciate everybody so much
sake of time.
for.
He made
Hey,
that so much more complicated than it
by
needed
the
to be.
way, I'm the
I
I'm the
blame
easiest
Robert
one
D.
here.
He's like, no, the Chiefs are on a bye this week.
And the Bengals are on a bye. But
No, I
yeah,
didn't
Yes.
mean you. I meant Heelberto. We fixed it like 2 minutes after, and he was still trying to
fine, we fixed
compute.
it, Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
I'm the easiest one here. You see
Exactly.
what happens.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
stick with my
Exactly.
team because Baltimore's coming. I sense it. So again, appreciate everybody so much. Thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of the Four Compas Show. We will let you know tomorrow. I'm guessing is House of Four. No, they're on.
Yes.
Yeah. Who the
yeah.
hell
Yeah,
did they play?
it's a big week. It's the Niners week.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
bang bang.
Niner gang. Although they failed
So-
me twice, so I don't bang as much.
The Chargers play the Steelers. I don't know yet if we're gonna do the show tomorrow or Thursday. We'll let you guys know what day we decide to do it, but definitely an interesting week. You'll get Dan's thoughts. I'm gonna try and get some film on Trevor Penning so Dan can review that, and we'll see what Dan thinks of him. But again, appreciate everybody so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Gil, you know what, Dan? Why don't you get us out of here because of what Gilbert tried to pull on you?
Exactly.
So he gets the Colts and he gets the outro. It's not fair.
Of course I do. Life's not fair, son. Isa. Be a compa. Tell a compa.
Gilbert,
Like,
get us out of here
comment,
now.
subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget, you'll never find out why John Cena became The Rock's bitch.
Gilbert.
Damn. I